Say it ain't so, the levee won't hold. See, spilling over like a nowhere blows. Heading for the rafts, they're heading for the roof. They're heading for the water, man, they're heading for the loot. Not enough rich in a poor black town. Not enough dead to get the White House down. Not enough help, not enough hope. Not enough hands to plug this here hole. Not enough to plug this here hole. Everybody's chasing American dreams soaked in blood and kerosene. Hoping on a fire, waiting on a spark. Hoping nobody gonna blow it all apart. All I ask and all I crave is a lonely walk till the noise of grave. Well, in the end, we're separated. The rags we wear from the rags we wear. Said in the end, we're separated. The rags we wear from the rags we wear. Oh, 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 mothers, don't you fear, ain't gonna drop no bomb over here. Won't be a bang, won't be a boom, just a TV set in your living room. Coming in loud, it's coming in clear, coming like a freight train through your ear. What you gonna do now, what you gonna say when they take your boys bonds away? When they take your boys bonds away. Teaching us lies, preaching us fear. Oh, my child said the end is near. Now, widows, don't you cry, 'cause all God's children one day gotta die. Well, they one day gotta die. Everybody's chasing American dreams soaked in blood and kerosene. Hoping on a fire, waiting on a spark. Hoping nobody gonna blow them all apart. All I ask and all I crave is a lonely walk till the noise of grave. But in the end, we'll separate the rags we wear from the rags we wear. Spoon-fed hair and his thoughts been bled. Cry out to God from the devil's bed. Knick-knack, paddywhack, throw a bum a bone. I could chew or spew your views on my own. Teacher made me a history. Doc.
All right, it looks like we are live. And
Lights.
looks like on our end we've got audio, so let us know if we have audio, if you guys can hear us and see us.
Yep, if you guys would tune in and let us know that you can see us and hear us without us freeze framing. You'll notice this weekend we're just in that single camera right on with you because I whined a little bit about the other setup because that's just how I am.
It happens from time to time. Okay, Mr. Man, thank you so much. I hear you loud and clear.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. Well, then we will go ahead and get tonight's show started.
That's right, guys. So here we are, our Tuesday night live at 7 o'clock here where we are, wherever we may be in the country. It'll be 7 o'clock where we're at. Talk it, walk it, and ride it's what we're calling it this year. That's because, well, we walk it and talk it and ride it.
We do.
Wherever we're at and whatever we're doing it at 110%. If I ain't doing it at 110%, it's probably because I got a hangover. Sometimes I show up and I'm not all there, if you know what I mean.
Sometimes that does happen. But it's
some
all right.
some of you guys know me pretty well. You guys have followed me over the years, and we talk and hang out, and of course we get to talking about everything that we do, and they're like, "Yeah, TJ, I can tell sometimes you're not into it because you either got shades on, that ball hat pulled down tight, but and that's the truth. You can kind of read me. My heart is on my sleeve." So, with that being said, if you don't know who we are, I am TJ Thompson. This is Stephanie Thompson. I am the Ornery One. She is the Ornery Squad, and together we are the Ornery One. And on this platform, you'll be seeing us talk about our travels on two wheels and everything that it has to do with it. We love motorcycles. We love trikes. We like trains. We like planes. We like anything that moves.
I like things that don't move sometimes.
Yeah, that would be me. Sometimes I just
Kinda.
don't move. You fixing your hair?
Yeah, because it's, yeah, you know.
So, on our Tuesday night feeds, we usually try to bring somebody on. Tonight, we're going to be bringing on our buddy, Casey. And if you've been following us long enough, you know that Casey works at Pig Trail Harley-Davidson. They're in Rogers, and he is the one that sold us the big boar last year. So, we've had him on quite a bit.
Yes, I was just going to say that you guys seen him last year. And if you've been to Pig Trail Harley-Davidson, I'm sure you have seen him in person there, especially during the rallies. They're all out there busting their ass. But yeah, Casey, he's one of those that stand out. He's just a fun, outgoing, loud, energetic kind of.
I took Kindred over to the boy, and we talked to him. And Casey's younger than I am. To me, he's the younger generation. And anyway, I just really jived with the kid, and I call him a kid, but he just feels it feels good. There's a lot of good salesmen and sales ladies over there at Pig Trail Harley-Davidson. By no means Casey is not the only one, but Casey is the one that we bought the big boar from, and we really just hit it off, and we do really well talking and hanging. So that's who we'll be having on. We got real quick, we got a super chat. Keep on keeping on. Damn right I am. Underwear or no underwear? I'm going to keep on rocking. No.
Yeah, no.
No.
But you could say his name.
Yeah, 76-2.
76-2 Nation.
Okay, so.
Okay, 762 Nation.
Yeah, so if you guys don't know, I'm dyslexic as hell, and I don't read anything because I get it ass backwards or mixed up. So she loves to put me on the spot a little bit. Thank you so much for that super chat. And James Tate, what's up, Tater? What's up? Thank you for that super sticker with a hey you pair. Thanks, man. But go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say, Mr. Man just chimed in and said he's known Casey since he and I were kids. Great dude.
Oh,
That's
wow.
cool.
Really? Isn't that cool? I mean, really, if you travel much at all, you're going to come to Pig Trail Harley-Davidson because it is a destination dealer. And just a little bit about it, which I was going to get into this a little later on, but one thing I'm proud to be teamed up with them is because they are family owned and family operated. They're the Johnsons, and we've got to know them over the past few years. And you know, we went over there just liking the dealership and what they were doing. They were going through some changes at that time. We just really hit it off. And from then, we've just built a relationship, and then we've become friends, and then slowly you become friends and family, and it just gets deeper and deeper. So now it just feels like we're at home when we're over there. If you haven't been there, you need to go check it out. If you do come through the Ozarks, here in the Ozarks, well, anywhere in this part, it's the only dealership around. I mean, it's the one you want to go check out. And from there, you've got all the amazing rides here in the Ozarks, which Steph and I are going to be touching on this year. We're going to be vlogging all these amazing rides here in the Ozarks. So before I get too deep into everything we're going to be talking about with Casey, I do want to talk about our pay it forward that we have going on, because we're talking about surrounding ourselves and being good and not trying to be so dramatized and just being lighthearted and being good-hearted. And that's what Steph and I really do. We really focus on a lot. And right now we do have one of our pay it forwards going on. Steph is going to bring it up on the screen right now, and she'll read you the deets so I don't do it backwards.
Yes, for sure. So I did make a email announcement today. If you guys aren't signed up on our emails, go ahead and hop over to our website, fill out the little form. It's super easy. I think it's your name and your email address. That's it. But yeah, so our pay it forward right now is for LT Thompson. So Junior, or I say Junior, JR, I apologize, lost his father in November, then lost his wife LT in December, and all this happened, back to back, and it's just a tough time. So we were wanting to get together and just kind of show him some love. I know this isn't going to take all of the hurt and pain and all this, the burden that's going on, but this will help and just lessen the burden, I hope. And if you guys have ever been to any rally in Arkansas, you have you've crossed paths with them, or you've met them, or you've seen them online. They've got Arkansas Wind Therapy, Lady Bikers of Arkansas. So they're really, really heavily involved in the motorcycle community, especially here in Arkansas. So when all of this unfolded, we just felt like this was the perfect couple to do our pay it forward for. And I'm just going to ask you guys, if you can, donate. If you can't, we completely understand. Sharing the flyer, or just sharing our post, or sharing the email is completely free. And we would appreciate that so much, and I know that JR would appreciate that as well. We are doing our pay it forward through the end of January. So we have just a couple more weeks left to be able to reach our goal. We do have a goal of 10,000. As it sits right now, I think we're getting close to 7,000. And
wow. No shit.
We'd like to reach that goal, just because this is I know that we can do it, and it's cool when all the motorcycle community comes together and supports one another. And this is a fellow biker, this is a fellow motovlogger. They supported every rally, didn't matter which riding group you were with, which association you're with, organization. So they were there, out there.
What you're saying, it's the motorcycle culture is what we're talking about. And culture is a good thing. Culture isn't a bad thing. And this is what we want to do, and this is what we're proud to be doing. And we're proud of every one of you guys that have donated. We know each and one of your names right now. A lot of you ornery asses, I can start naming people off, but I'll forget some people, and I don't know them all. Each and every one of you that have done that, from bottom of our heart, we say thank you very much. We'll show how this all plays out. I know that we have Pig Trail Harley-Davidson on there as well, that donated. I know that we have Custom Dynamics.
Huge thanks to Custom Dynamics. They made a donation, and then they came back and said, hey, we want to up our donation. And huge thanks to them. There's one other motorcycle company in the industry that everyone is very well aware of and knows about, but they did ask if they could just keep their name off the flyer. They don't want that, just know that they did good, and we're just mentioning it
out of our hearts. So in each and every one of you guys, so we got a couple more weeks. I'm going to be talking about this a little bit more heavier as we go on. Man, no one said I was going to do this for a living. I didn't go to school hardly at all anyway.
I didn't either.
So, and when I was at school, I was there, but I wasn't there. Once again, guys, I'm a dreamer, but that's what we're doing right now, is we're dreaming. And we love dreaming, the dream machine that we ride on. Pig Trail Harley-Davidson talks about it all the time, selling the dream machine. And it's just part of it, though, just trying to help some people, being positive. Okay. Yep. And something else positive about our community that's going on, something that we're proud to be part of. Tomorrow we'll be going over to Pig Trail Harley-Davidson. We'll be hanging out for the 120th, and they call us the live viewing or
watch party,
the reveal of Harley-Davidson and what they're going to be coming out with.
Because I believe, and when we bring Casey on, he can kind of clarify and correct us. They've released some, but there's more that we don't know, and so they're going to reveal that tomorrow. And of course,
and then
some that they don't even know. So
Harley-Davidson, and I should get it real close to the screen so you can just see my eyeballs like they do, And Harley-Davidson, bless your heart, love you to death, but I think we should be wearing safety glasses. It was just, I was like, man, put some safety glasses on, man. Have you seen it when they're riding the bike?
I haven't.
Yeah, they're like riding the bike in their helmet, like womp womp womp, with no safety glasses. So, hey, I'm just thinking about our safety here, but I can't wait to see what it entails. Then, on top of that, when we leave there, we'll be coming home here to Harrison from Rogers. We're going to be getting around. We're going to be heading over to Eureka Springs for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah, this is, Eureka Springs is a huge part of our lives. We absolutely love the town. We love the vibe there and all the events and stuff that they've got going on. We're actually going to be celebrating Mardi Gras Fat Tuesday there instead of down in New Orleans, just because of the timing, it doesn't work out so great. So we're going to be over in Eureka Springs for that. But this weekend is Osmo Fest, which is Ozark Mountain Music Festival going on. It's 4 days long. It's inside the Basin Hotel. And, you know, if you guys are familiar with music festivals, they're usually in like the warm, you know, season and warm days and a lot of camping,
Or
stuff like
mud,
that.
rain, or whatever.
This is actually in the middle of January, and so they actually hold it inside of the Basin Hotel in Eureka Springs, and it's kind of it's a same vibe and feel, but with a twist, and so it's really cool. They've got 2 artists there that are known in the motorcycle community also. One of them really hits home for TJ because he absolutely loves the movie that his music was in, and I'll let you tell him if you want to.
It's a documentary, 21 Days Under the Sky. If you guys haven't watched that, go watch that, and you're going to watch it over and over and over. I know there was a point in my life where, it got me through some shit, man. It's a big part of my life, and then we've got to know people that's actually been in, that was in it. The very one that started the whole documentary out, which Corpius is such a badass after we got to know him, love him to death, and he's just a good character. Well, he's just a good person. He's not a character. Yeah. I say that. Everybody's a character in my mind, but he's just a cool dude. So Willie T. Taylor's going to be playing. And I flipped the switch when I found that out. And then they also have another artist there that's really heavily into the...
Yeah, Gary Lawrence was within like vintage motorcycles and stuff like that. So it's really neat to be able to connect our love for music and our love for Eureka Springs with the motorcycle community, other than the few rallies that go on in Northwest Arkansas. It's just something different and something more. So,
which, just to say something, you guys know, if you do follow us, I'm always spitballing ideas and always doing something. I bounce a lot off our Ornery Ass members. Yes, you can be an Ornery Ass member if you don't know that. But I'm really talking to the Basin Crescent. I've kind of talked with Pig Trail Harley-Davidson too. We've just came back and forth with ideas. I'm not saying this is a definite thing or going to happen, but I would love to see us be able to do some type of rally-ish with the Basin Crescent where we bring people in like we had that Ornery Ass weekend a few years ago and have it, you know, evolved around motorcycles. I don't know what that's going to look like, but I'm going to be talking with them this week. I'll be talking with Pig Trail tomorrow. So that's just something that I think would be really cool.
Yes.
Okay. So that'll kind of give you an idea of what we're doing this week. And then, of course, the rest of the year, you guys can stay up with us. Stephanie's going to be laying out all the details as far as our ride schedule. She's working on that as well. We'll be going to Daytona, Sturgis, Milwaukee. I'm going to leave out 120 of them. We're going to be hitting all those rallies and plus riding all these roads here around here in Arkansas. Some of these rides you're going to be able to ride with us for free. Some of them are going to be closed rides that some people ride with us on, and some of them are going to be where it's a
guided ride where there will be a registration, just because there may be lunch or snacks provided, and then it's going to be more of a guide, not just us leading the ride. It's going to be more of a guided ride where we may stop at a couple of picture perfect places that we absolutely love, or, you know, hot spots that we love on the route, etc. So stay tuned for that information. All that is going to be in emails also on the website, and I'll have a calendar published where it can, you know, you can follow along.
Really quick, we're really proud to mention too, All Kids Bike. We did a ride with them in Pig Trail Harley-Davidson and Rainwater Houghton Sexton this year. We raised money. Here we are doing something. I had to brag on this. To put All Kids Bike program, which is a balanced bike program that goes in schools. It's a curriculum to help kids learn how to ride bicycles. We were able to raise enough money for 3 schools at Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue because of us all coming together. So it was really cool. Rainwater Houghton Sexton had Paul Tuttle came in. Pig Trail Harley-Davidson had Jesse Dupree come in. And then All Kid Bike had Rusty Wallace. And then I feel like the Ornery One brought them all together. We mixed them all up, and we showed you guys here at home what it was like for us when we go to a rally. It's cool. It's
Yeah.
fun. A lot of us have to work. So I'm proud of what we're doing here. I had to brag and toot our own horn. The Custom Pro Beast.
Yes.
Honk, honk. Custom and Pro Beast. It's
All right,
amazing
before
horn.
it gets too
All right, let's get him on here. Let's
the
get
night
the
gets
man.
away from us, you know. Okay, so our special guest, you want to do the little introduction while I bring him on the screen?
Well, folks, thanks for tuning in tonight. And we're going to bring on our special guest, Casey from Pig Trail Harley-Davidson. Hello, Casey. And
Unmute.
Yep.
there it is.
Perfect. Yes.
Yes.
All right.
First thing I gotta say, real quick, special shout out my buddy that I grew up with. That's Blake Ruckle. He's texting me right now. He goes, "Dude, you go live with the Ornery One." Wow. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man. It's good people
It's really
hanging
cool.
out.
People walk in the dealership and they go, "I saw you on YouTube on Ornery One." I'm like, "Yeah, man." It's fun. So thank you for having me on.
Oh, the hell with that, man. Thanks for letting me hang out with you. I mean, like I was saying earlier, it's like, it really feels good to hang out with the younger generation. You're younger than me. You're the younger generation. A lot of us say that there's none of us out there riding. Well, I agree there's not maybe as much, but I'll call bullshit on it because there's a lot of y'all out there riding, and y'all are doing some cool shit. And what do you ride, Casey? Because it's a cool bike.
So I got a Lowrider S. Yeah, and I've done an FXRT fairing and Sport Glide bag. So I kind of built the Lowrider ST before it came out. So, but yeah, there's a lot of younger people. I think a few of my friends from Little Rock hopped on to watch this. A lot of those guys down there, younger guys that ride. There's a really cool group of guys down there. Club Style Arkansas is doing a lot of fun stuff. So the younger generation's getting after it, man.
Yeah, I know. I hear that a lot of times, but I see you guys. It's just, I don't think y'all are doing quite what I may be doing. But then again, I look at it and I'm like, bullshit. It's just a different bike. It's just your style. You know, we all love the choppers, hands down.
That's kind of where everyone meets in the middle.
Yeah.
The
So
choppers.
I was going to tell you though, Casey, anybody that wants to put anything out here on our channel that you're doing good or you got something going on, put it out there.
Yeah, if you have a handle for the, like an Instagram handle or the club name that you guys ride with, if you guys do, you know, different events or whatever, if you guys want to throw it out there for anyone, or if it's a closed group or whatever, feel free, you can.
Yeah, absolutely. Plug yourself. We don't care.
Well, I love it, man. I love how supportive you guys are and supportive of Arkansas and the Ozarks and all that fun stuff. So it's just awesome, you know. I mean, I think back to people like Mike from last year that bought that badass Lowrider S. Like, I still talk to him all the time. And, you know, just rad people that you meet, you know, throughout the years. And that's what makes it fun, man, is the people, you know.
So that's your favorite thing, I'd say.
Yeah, I've met some shitty people, man. And, there's a lot less of those in the biker world. I mean, obviously not everybody's awesome, but
no, man,
for the most part, it's a different crowd, you know?
Yeah, that's my favorite thing for us. Like, this ain't my jam. You know, my thing is being in front of you, and we're just being little shits, making fun of things, giving it hell, listening. We're always talking about music, too. And we're just in, you know, so we're just everyday people here enjoying these Harley-Davidsons, which in my opinion, hands down, God, I love this, is the best motorcycle out there for me and what we do. And I do want to say real quick, we made a post this week. I kind of spoke from my heart every once in a while. I do that. And I said what a, quote, biker was to me. It's amazing, Casey. I wanted to share this with you. Now, I'm going to talk about Facebook real quick here. And if we could only do this with a pay it forward. So I got a 1,600 likes. I got 136 comments, which I don't think I answered anybody back. I could have doubled that, right? And I also got 153 shares on this post. Now, and it's just kind of what I think of being a biker. I'm just like, my opinion, being a biker, it's not about the bike you ride, or the rallies you've attended, or the shirt you bought. Being a biker is about riding the bike for hours on hours through traffic jams, blistering heat of the desert, totally alone across a mountain pass, standing somewhere you'd never been, asking for a stranger for help. and it just set people afire. And they had a lot of conversation for my end. And I just told Steph, I was like, man, I wish I could get that with a pay it forward. You know, I wish we'd share it that much. But I just, it goes to show you though, Casey, that we're really passionate about these two wheels that we're talking about. There's no doubt about it. And I know that you got a big passion for it. How long have you been riding?
I've been riding all my life, man. I grew up on dirt bikes. Two wheels has always kind of been a thing. When I found out I was having twins, I was like, I'm going to go buy a bike because that sounds stressful. I was bikeless at the time. I know most people find out they're having kids and they sell a bike, but I was like, yeah, screw that, man. I need something to clear my head and, like, you know, calm down a little bit and get out in the wind. So,
well, it's funny, Casey, because I go to the doctor. I've been trying to stay healthy. And here lately, we've been at home more, and I went and seen the doctor a couple of weeks ago, and she was talking to me. She's like, what the hell's wrong with you, TJ? And I was like, you know. And she goes, have you been riding? I'm like, no. And she goes, go ride. The doctor told me that. She was like, go ride. And I was like, okay. So it really is something to it, you know. And then of course, it gets us around each other. And then we open up a lot of mental health right there wrapped up in two wheels. Okay, Casey. Tomorrow, we're going to have the big watch party there at Pig Trail Harley-Davidson.
Yeah.
What do you think we're going to see?
So, man, it's going to be a lot of fun. I think we're going to see some new models. You know, they're going to unveil the CVOs. They're going to unveil some really, really, really cool stuff. You know, there's a lot of people that kind of dig in and, well, they don't have this model online, but they do have this one, or what's going to change here and there. And, you know, it can get, there's a lot of speculation, you know, so it's going to be really fun to see what's going to happen. You know, Harley's really killed it this year with colors. So the colors are released. So we have what's called non-changeables, and that's going to be your bikes that have kind of stayed the same, that are, you know, not changing. And those colors have already been announced. Those bikes have already been released. But, you know, if you hop on the website, there's a few models that aren't on there. So people are wondering what's up with that. CVOs aren't on there. So it's just going to be a lot of fun to see what they're going to do, you know. I think Harley's kind of in a weird transition this year. It's going to be interesting to see, you know, the air-cooled Sportsters are gone. They are no mas after 22. So, you know, and one thing on that I'll just tell you is kind of funny, you know, you get these old guys that come in, I know liquid cooled, ain't no Harley, blah, 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 you know.
Yeah.
Like, hey, man,
oh, hell yeah.
Were you ever going to buy a Sportster in the next, like, 6 months? No, that's the girl's bike. It's like, then why are you bitching about it, bro? And I mean, I get it. I don't know. It's just funny to me that people that would never buy a Sportster are mad that they're liquid cooled now. And it's like,
well,
it's not
listen,
for you, bro.
Man,
you know?
It's just like my limited, and I won't name his name, but I kicked his ass drag racing with the bike. And he works for an exhaust company. I won't mention his name. Love him to death. We pulled up at their house. I was staying in as in Myrtle. Where the hell was I?
You were in Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle Beach. Anyway, that bike, mine, limited, pulled up, and those fans were running. And he turned around and goes, "What the hell is that?" And I was like, "My fan's running." It gave me so much shit. But we had a blast with it, you know. It is fun to see that. But one thing, go ahead, Case.
Well, I don't think that the air-cooled bagger stuff's going anywhere, you know, and that's the thing. The guys that ride those are like, liquid cooled. It's like, don't worry, bro, for now, at least, you know. And that's the other interesting part, to see how things are going to develop. And this is really what the auto industry as a whole is, you know, emissions, government,
Of
you
course.
know. Of course, that could be a whole rabbit hole we could go down, but, you know, it's gonna get kind of weird. I've seen a lot of buzz about, like, tuning and stuff getting, you know, dyno tunes and dyno jet, thunder max, whatever stuff getting canceled, and you won't be able to get a license anymore. I don't know about that. You know, we'll see.
Well, that was a big deal, Casey. Last year, you know, when we built the big bore, you know, people were razzing me because I was wanting to stay in warranty, you know, and I wouldn't change anything when it came to that. I believe maybe you could get a little bit better tune, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a mechanic. I think so. But, you know, we have to stay in warranty, and that's one thing that I proud of Pig Trail Harley-Davidson. They got your back on that deal. They're watching out for you. You know, Chris and Larry and all them back there, they're going to tell you the truth. They're going to tell you what they think needs to be done and be safe. And then it's your decision.
And that's really the cool part about like the 131s. You know, Harley's doing their best to make big motors, big power, big stuff available and still stay under a warranty.
Yes.
And unfortunately, to meet that criteria, they've got to meet EPA standards. And sure, dude, you could take your bike and put all kinds of this and that and whatever and pull all these crazy dyno, crazy, you know. But at the end of the day, I mean, do you really need that? You know, I mean, at what point is it like kind of absurd, you know?
Yeah, and I agree with you. I do want to say with the 131 that we built, it's everything that we need. We're proud of it. There was more. I know there's people out there when I was building it talking about they built more horses, more torque. But for what we're doing and what that thing's done for us this last year, it's just been incredible. It's been a powerhouse. I beat on it, and I can go out there and start it up right now and head to California. Although they don't want my bike in California, but I can ride it out there. But it's dependable and it's well mannered. That's another thing. I see a lot of bikes that I love how they fucking sound. They sound amazing.
Yeah.
And they run great. But for what we're doing, it's a bucking horse that we don't want to ride all the time through a parking lot. But now some people out there, I love what they can do. Other people say they can tune it and do this. But you got a lot of companies out there now producing a lot of amazing parts.
Yeah, the aftermarket stuff's getting really crazy, and I think we're seeing a big shift. Like we were talking earlier about younger guys, older guys, everybody kind of riding, and it's really awesome to see the younger generation bring in the 2-in-1s and the T.W.Rs and the different setups that, you know, I mean, are just making that young, you know, the performance stuff, getting just getting a fresh outlook. But it's also funny how, you know, I think about it, I'm like, man, I think this is as cool as dudes that were doing shit 20 years ago think is cool, you know. So it's funny to see, like, how are the trends going to change, what's going to be cool in another 5 or 10 years. Chrome's coming back, flames are back, you know. So it's kind of funny how, like, things just go full circle.
Always does,
cool
Casey.
and what's trendy.
It always does, man. I mean, bell bottoms will always come back around. You're going to be wearing bell bottoms sometime through your life, I think.
I got them on right now.
That's it. Wow, you got pants on. Impressive. So
I thought about not wearing pants.
Oh, I got shorts on, man.
You wouldn't know the difference.
No, I mean, it doesn't. I mean, I can wear not a shirt. Well, we talked about that earlier too. I got to wear a shirt. So tomorrow, though, Casey, we're going to come over there. We're going to watch this. We're going to talk about bikes. Last year when I built the big boy, y'all didn't have my bike. You guys worked hard, and I think it took us about a week and a half, maybe a week, and you guys found my bike. It was a dealer trade, I believe, and you got the bike I wanted. So if people come in here and find a bike, y'all don't have it, you're going to work your ass off and try to get that bike for them.
Yeah, I mean, Harley's done a lot better with what they call a sold bike request program. So it allows us to basically order a bike, you know, specifically to like the color combinations that a customer is wanting. The earlier in the year, the easier that is to get. Later in the year, they start shutting down production. They're going to make 24s and so on and so forth. So,
Absolutely.
You know, really the sooner we get on it, the better. I will say we do have 5 2023s on the floor currently. So we have a Pan America special, we have a Road Glide special, a Street Glide special, a Lowrider ST, and an Ultra Limited. So we've got 5 models on the floor right now. New colors, fun stuff. But we are getting a truck tomorrow. And I was told there's stuff that's not released maybe on the truck. So who knows? Come by and we'll do a big unveiling.
So we'll come by. We'll be there, like I said, and we'll put those on our story so everybody can see those. And I do want to mention, you guys can build what somebody wants. I've seen Pig Trail turn out some amazing bikes that they build, and then if somebody wants something, you guys can put that together for them. The 10 swap last year with that green bike. Holy shit. If I'd have known, because that green bike came out with chrome, which I think looks like shit with the chrome, and I was wanting to blacked out, And I seen the green bike, and I was like, man, that's badass. And then y'all got my bike in, I love it. But then y'all did that 10 swap, and I seen it. I was like, hell, if I'd known that, I'd took the green bike.
Yeah, we really aren't scared to do builds. I mean, we had, one of the craziest Bikes Blues builds. I mean, all over. We had lowrider STs with paint, 131. We had street glides, road glides. I mean, if there's a bike in your head, we can make it. That is kind of the big difference between us and a lot of other dealers. They're just gonna stock, and it is what it is, whatever. And we can really take that bike in your head and make it a dream come true. Where I think a lot of dealers just, oh, we don't offer those parts, we don't carry that, we don't know where to find. They've never done it. So we've done a lot of crazy cool stuff.
Yes, y'all have.
So paint, and fun stuff like that. So
you're really talking about the dream machine being your dream of that bike and going there and making your dream on it. I know we talk about that all the time. It's kind of corny, but I absolutely love it because it's the truth. So if you were wanting to talk parts, you go back to the parts department, talk to Matt. He can break all that down. Service, you can go back there and talk to the boys back there. Warren, Larry, and then you guys, if you see me build, we've built a big bore back there with Chris ranching on our bike, drove him crazy. All the custom dynamic lighting, and I mean, you think about everything that we did to that bike, and we turned it pretty quick and recorded, the whole time, and had a blast doing it. Then, Casey, if I want a cool hat like this one right here, y'all got those as well, right? We got to do the sell pitch for the front of the house there.
Yeah, they've got a great motor clothes selection. I go to some dealers, I'm like, dude, they got like 4 t-shirts. What? What's going on? So it's cool. We've got a motor clothes. Our motor clothes is as big as some dealerships. So
no shit, man.
Pretty sweet.
We know people that ride for hours to come up here for the clothes because they can't find any selection. I know, and plus rain gear, we talked about that. We came in and did the whole rain gear video of me picking out what I'm wearing. I'm still running that rain gear today. It's wrapped up in the bike right now. So anything and everything motorcycle related, go to Pig Trail Harley-Davidson and you guys can help them out.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun. My motor clothes manager, Melody, was showing me some of the 120 like spring stuff that's coming out. So they're going to have a really cool collection of clothing and stuff available for that. And then parts, like I said, we're kind of getting into some newer performance parts, T.W.Rs, different exhausts, and they've got all kinds of cool stuff in parts. But then bikes, who knows, man? I think we'll see some really exciting stuff coming from bikes, and I think it'll be a cool year to see what they do with the Revolution Max motor, the motor that's in the Pan America, the Nightster Sportster S.
A lot of us have gave that shit. Even I was like, man, that don't sound right. In my head, it doesn't sound right. But then I went and rode it, and I was like, oh my God. So I was like, okay, I'm not worried about the sound right now. The damn thing runs amazing. To be able to get on that thing and feel that, it's going to be cool to see what they can do with that as it evolves.
And that's the thing. I think a lot of people that are in the market for those kind of bikes don't want the crazy Harley sound, or don't want, I think about like Ashley, when she had a Sportster, she had the 883, like the air-cooled traditional one, and it had Vance and Hines short shots. I thought it was cool. I rode it all the time. But she was like, damn, this thing shakes a bunch. It's super loud. Like,
yeah.
And she was kind of a new rider. It just really intimidated her. And I thought it was awesome. But, we went and got her a Nightster, 975 liquid-cooled, gas tank under the seat. It sits a lot lower center of gravity. We put an S&S exhaust on it. It sounds great, but it still doesn't have the Harley sound, but she loves it. She rides it everywhere.
Not about you, is it?
Exactly. Yeah. That's the thing. They're the baggers and the loud stuff. It's not going anywhere. For as long as Harley can fight the government on it, I guess.
Yeah.
And the EPA and all that shit. But that stuff's not going anywhere. So, we gotta. I think one thing we gotta do as a community is be more welcoming to Sportsters and the new motors and the new and not, hey, that's a girl's bike, and oh, that's liquid cooled, that ain't a Harley, and blah blah blah. If we want to keep this going, keep the brand, keep things alive, we got to be welcoming to the next generation, or else they're going to go buy a Honda because those guys weren't dickheads to him, you know. So I mean, we just
Well, you
we
know,
gotta have respect for them, you know.
Casey, that's why it's so important to have the next generation coming up, because some of us old fuckers get set in our way and we have to have somebody show us. Sometimes you don't know what cool is until it's served to you. I'm the same way, man. I'm just as bad, but you're exactly right, man. You couldn't have said it any better. Now, I do want to touch real quick. If you're in the market for maybe not a new bike, maybe a really good pre-used or pre-owned bike that you guys may have that sitting there too. You got a big selection on that all the time.
Yeah, so we've got. I mean, typically we've got 150 to 250 bikes in
Yes.
stock, and that fluctuates depending on the time of the year and all that stuff. I will say right now is the best time to come look because we've got, as soon as spring hits, tax returns on, everybody and their mom's buying a bike.
I know.
So it's kind of first come, first serve. But if you look, you know, tomorrow, hey, something came out you really like, let's order it. But if not, then hey, man,
Yes.
come on and let's check it out over at pre-owned. And if something didn't catch your eye, we have more pre-owned than some people have in their entire
Holy shit.
dealership. I mean,
It's awesome to
Yeah.
go over there to walk around, just seeing what you might see over there too. You guys take in everything too. It's not just Harleys.
absolutely. So yeah, we do carry a good selection of, you know, metric bikes. From time to time, we get four-wheelers, dirt bikes, side by side.
Yeah.
We love trades, and we will take anything on trade.
I love it.
As long as we can make it make sense. You know.
You know,
So
something I
we're
wanted-
definitely not scared.
Something I want to touch on real quick too. You know, we're talking about bike sales and get in there and do that as well. I want to talk about service real quick too, Casey, because I think right now is probably the best time to go get your bike serviced, because here in another month we're all going to be ready to go hit that spring first ride, the first good day. You guys are going to be covered up. I see it every year. It gets
Yeah, so I did tires on my bike today, and there was no wait. They got it right in. I mean, that moment, I didn't even make an appointment. I was just like, oh, let's do tires, you know, whatever. And yeah, dude, for like pretty much all last year from spring on, it was like a 2-week lead time. And you have people come in, they're like, oh, do you have an appointment? No, well, we're about 2 weeks out. And they're like, oh, you know, so definitely, you know, get it done now. I mean, the sooner the better. We try to do our best, but sometimes it's just like,
Oh, you're working your
You
ass
know,
off. I've seen it. The
Yeah.
poor dude. I mean, my gosh. And there's something else. If you've been to Pig Trail Harley-Davidson, you go up to the lounge upstairs. You can get a reclining chair, play poker, get something to eat, whatever. But you look out over the window. They have 2 big windows that look over the service department. You can see them working on your bike. It's cool as hell too, and they'll be up there eyeing you. Like, I always watch over them. You know, I'm just like eye from the sky, and they'll be like, you know, the little. But it is cool to see, and you can see everybody busting their ass back here.
yeah, man, service is just killing it. I mean, we've got some new techs, some new things going on. We actually have a new master tech, so we're one of the only Harley dealerships, if not the only in the area by far, that has 2 master techs on site. So our boy Sean just went and did all the certification, everything he needs to be a master tech. So we have Chris and Sean. We have 2 master techs in house, and then the other techs are able to go and ask them questions and get help. And
Yeah.
so we're really able to churn out, and that's where we get some of those crazy builds, cool stuff, a lot of stuff that other dealers maybe don't even have a master tech, don't even know, and they're going to be scared to build that bike that maybe you have in your head or that you want to do, and they're not going to be willing to mess with it. But we've got 2 master techs, and then like you were talking earlier, parts, Matt over in parts is like, they will find some crazy shit that you want for your bike, and they will make it happen somehow.
I know,
You know,
man. I love it. You know,
yeah,
I had the
it's
Evo in
awesome.
there the year before, and me and Larry went through the Evo. I mean, Larry sat right there, and of course, I was recording. We have a little bit of things going on, working together and stuff, so not everybody's going to be able to do this, but it was so special to me because Larry is, man, he's old school. He knows his shit on that stuff. All the specs and torques and everything. Like, he'll say, torque this down and blah, blah, blah. Now get the book out. Now you look it up. So I had to look it up and find it. So you guys are able to cover everything in there. I don't know if everybody realizes that. What you're able,
And
what y'all are able to do.
I should probably leave this on this is probably more of a personal thing. Larry's one of the coolest dudes I've ever met. man.
Jesus.
Like, when I'm working on my bike, when I'm doing stuff, that dude is like so fun just to
Man.
hang out with. And usually he's busy, you know.
And what a straight shooting ass. I mean, he just like, he's just.
You almost called him an
a little,
asshole.
yeah, he's kind of, yeah, I love, no, he's our asshole, a little smart ass, you know what I mean? Oh, I know it.
There's no fakeness, there's
No.
Larry's just a stand-up dude.
I know
He's just so fun to be around. Larry's probably one of my favorite people in the dealership just to hang out with and go sit in his office and shoot the shit. And
learn, man, and learn the stuff
learn.
that he has in his head.
Man.
But you ask him a question, he's a straight shooter. Whether you like it or not, you're going to take it or leave it. And and sometimes I have to tell him. He'd get on to me, now, TJ. I was like, yeah, but I want to try this. Well, all right, your bike.
It's your bike.
It's your
He'll tell you that. And what's cool about Larry too is he knows that old shit really well. I mean, he is like the FXR god, which is cool, and Evo and stuff like that. But he also really loves the new stuff. He loves the, the new RevMax motor, the Sportster S, the Pan America. Pan America is like one of his favorite bikes ever. Yeah. So he's kind of one of those dudes that just like, he just loves everything Harley. Really, a lot of us are the same way. I don't think there's anybody there that's like, oh, that new stuff's not Harley or whatever. Yeah. And it's just cool. There's just passion, just throughout the dealership completely, and that's motor clothes parts. I mean, everybody just loves it, and it's cool because a lot of us ride. So you pull up at the dealership, on a good day when everybody's rode or didn't have to take kids or whatever, and there's the employee row is just full of bikes. I mean, as far as you can see, and we just love it, man. I mean. It's a beautiful thing,
I know. Real quick, I do want to say too, you got Ride Like the Pro back there too. You Ride Like a Pro, his program that you can go back there and learn. That's something else you guys offer. We talked to him this week at a convention over in Springdale. Is where we was at?
Yeah, we were in Springdale, but I think that his schedule coming up, because you guys have so many events going on, and you guys offer the riding class, the riding academy. I think he's got a deal worked out where he's going to be doing a lot of the Ride Like a Pro classes at the ball field, maybe, or
I don't know.
the amp. I'm not for sure.
It's pretty amazing everything that Pig Trail is putting into to teach you as well. Which I need to take the course. I need to take a course bad.
So the Learn to Ride course is awesome, and then we also do a Skilled Riders course as well. That's less often. The Learn to Ride is really cool. It gets a lot of these younger riders into it. It gets a lot of, momentum going. But the Ride Like a Pro guy, that's Paul Kuhn. That dude is awesome.
I know,
one of
man.
My favorite people. Yeah, I sold him his bike as well. And he is just like, he's like us. He's just a biker dude. He's into it. He loves it. He doesn't look the part. He doesn't have a big old beard or nothing like that.
No, he can't. Yeah.
And he's just a fun, loving, good dude. And I tell you what, man, watching him. So he just got this new big bagger.
He showed me.
Police Limited.
Yeah, he showed me.
And watching him do that, man, that's to me, that's just as impressive as watching dudes do wheelies.
I know.
Because the control he has over that machine and slow speeds, dude, I would drop that bike.
It's more impressive than the wheelies. I mean,
it's crazy, man.
What I want to do that. I am not that comfortable. And I've been watching and I've been reading and watching some videos, and I've been working on my technique because I already told him I was going to do it, and I don't want to have to have him bust my balls too heavy because I got some bad habits, and I'm trying to work through those. Especially with Steph on the back and we're totally loaded all the time, so I'm always cautious. Okay, Casey. Damn, I think we just had fun there. We were just like, the hell with it. I know you got the family. I know you worked all day. You got work tomorrow. We've had you on here for some time now. I want to thank you, Casey, so much for always being there for us, letting me pick your brain, and always having a smile on your face. I do want to say real quick, y'all have got some salesmen and sales ladies out there that are great as well. There's a lot you can go talk to at Pig Trail Harley-Davidson, not only Casey, but I want to thank you, man, for being so good to Steph and I.
Thank you so much, man. I got the text the other day, hey, want to come on? Oh, hell yeah. It's just so much fun to talk and catch up with you guys. So,
all right,
man, looking forward to see you tomorrow. Just want to tell everyone, 10 a.m. at the dealership. See us there, hang out. It's going to be a lot of fun, man.
All right, brother. We'll see you in the morning. Have a good night.
All right, buddy. Thanks. You too. See you.
Damn. Ain't that fun?
Yeah,
So another thing, guys, that we got to watch is we're on a Zoom meeting and we don't pay for it. We get the cheap, free version. So that makes us timed on our people that we have on. So Steph is always writing stuff down, like it says time right here, telling me like
But
cues.
Casey was on it, so like he already knew to go ahead and plug the time again, because I'm really bad about times. I have to have a calendar on top of a calendar and then make a note in my calendar to
And then
refer
us
back to
each
my
other.
calendar.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So
I'm glad he.
we were trying
yeah.
to shove a lot in there because there's so much to talk about Pig Trail Harley-Davidson. Like I said, 10 o'clock tomorrow.
Yes.
We'll be there as soon as we get there. We're looking forward to it. I'll get some of the videos of the bikes and like put on my stories. So Instagram, Facebook, and maybe we'll go live or something over there as well and show you. And if that,
Well, we'll see.
Maybe we'll see what happens. And if that truck comes in, if they have something on there and they let me, because Kyle Johnsons are great with Steph and I. They just, when we walk in the door, they say hi, we say whatever, and they let us just go do whatever the hell. I can't believe it. Like when we started working with them, I've worked with a dealer in the past. They kind of kept you on a noose. Not the Johnsons. They were just like, yeah. And I'm like, can I do this? Yeah, go do whatever you want to do. And we just have free reign. And as long as, but I can't probably, I'm going to show everything I can. We'll see what happens. I don't
Yeah,
want to
you
get in
probably
trouble.
can't walk into, like
Paul's
office and
No, I don't
Just
want to
saying.
push. I don't think you'd want to push Paul too.
But yeah, so tomorrow at 10 o'clock, we're going to be there, but we're not going to go live and broadcast the live stream, because we
No.
want you guys to tune in and watch the live stream coming straight from Harley-Davidson and seeing what they have to reveal and what they have to show us. I'm excited because it is the 120th.
Wow.
I know, which, speaking of, we've got the Milwaukee Rally coming up this year, 120th celebration. We will be there. And I think you covered a couple of rallies that we have on our agenda earlier today, or earlier in the live feed. So, yeah.
Got a big year, and we're just having a blast, guys. Really quick, we're not professionals. So this is just us being us. If you're on a platform that you want it all pristine, you're on the wrong damn platform. We say curse words. We make fun of ourselves and other people sometimes because we are ornery.
And sometimes I have to say, hold on, let me fix this. And then I have to, bring our guest on. I'm not smooth transitions.
Operator. Smooth operator.
Yeah.
So, all right, do you want to catch up on anything over there? Maybe in the...
I've been doing
Check
pretty
column?
good.
Yep.
So, yeah, whenever you and Casey get to kind of just bullshit back and forth and take control and,
I know.
talk, it gives me a moment to kind of catch up on comments and kind of interact with people. And that's a huge thing that I know some of you guys, I think someone mentioned earlier that we don't reply back or something. Well, it's kind of hard sometimes whenever we're both doing things and I may not catch a comment, or you may not catch a comment, or even a message, or we open a message on social media and then we don't get to reply back because it is life, real life. The life that we live is real life.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I apologize. We're doing the best we can.
Yeah,
We're
you
real
don't have to
people.
forgive us. We're just the two of us, and I'm not. Would love to meet you in person and we have a long conversation. I love that kind of stuff. You're not going to see me sit there and talk very long or text. All of you guys that know me know that I'm not that way. It's really all up to Steph. So I'm
Thank
just going to
you.
blame it
That's-
on her.
I think you should get brownie points for saying that.
Thanks. But I blamed it on you. Still get brownie points?
Yeah, because it's all about me
See?
and it's all my control. Even when I don't reply back to people,
Yeah.
it's all my control, and
Well,
I like that.
It's all positive. It's the good stuff, baby.
Yeah.
All right. I'm excited for tomorrow. I'm excited
I am
for
too.
this week. Like I said, guys, over there tomorrow at Pig Trail Harley-Davidson watching that, the live reveal. Come back home, pack up. We'll be heading over to Eureka Springs, hanging out with all of our cool folks over there. Be seeing some nice music, live music, a lot of food going on. There's a lot of music out in the town. I know Chelsea's is having some stuff. We can go over a couple more bars. Great places to eat over there. If you are in the neighborhood, you can get a day pass. I think they're going on sale. They got a whole week pass that you can buy.
Or if you're not in the neighborhood, find them on Facebook and Instagram, like their page, check out what they're doing, and make plans for next year, because it's only going to get bigger and better.
Yep, because they support us, we support them, you support me, you support them. We all get to do something cool, maybe save some money, and it'd be about us.
And then we all scream ice cream.
Oh boy, I'd like to have some ice cream swirl.
I know we may
Western
have to...
Sizzlin has good ice cream, soft.
Oh, I didn't start dinner before this.
Oh.
That means we may have to go to town and get ice cream.
Ice cream for dinner. All right, so anything you want to say or show before we go?
Not so much. If you guys have any questions, drop them in the chat there as we wrap up. First off, Chris Pauly, I wanted to say earlier, you mentioned that you got your first Harley-Davidson shirt and hat at Pig Trail Harley-Davidson. And yeah, that's badass. That's
He's got
super
some
cool.
collection of stuff. He collects some cool stuff.
Yes. And you'd asked about a rally in Arkansas. We're not for sure if we're going to be going to that particular one. But we will... That will be, we'll work out the details. We may be doing a ride during that weekend that goes around that area. So if you are planning on going to that rally, maybe you can ride with us on one of our rides. Mike Moore, any thoughts on going to TMMR this year? Tennessee Motorcycle Music Revival. We do love that rally. It's been great. And it is a smaller rally where they cap it. Not for sure exactly for the dates this year, but we do have that on our agenda. We have that on our agenda every year just because we love the atmosphere and the vibe. And so we're not for sure about that as of yet. Because our goal is to focus on Arkansas, especially Northwest Arkansas. We've got so much good riding, and it's home. It's time to showcase home, and it's just time to showcase our roots.
We're going to show off home. It's time. It's time to shake the bushes around here too. We need to show off some great people around here with some businesses as well. We want to do good for home and showcase it. I do want to say one rally that I do want to touch on is Talamina Ride.
Yes.
We'll be going there. We talk about that a lot. You guys go check that out. It's Ride for the Kids, St. Jude's. All the proceeds go there. Amazing rally. Neil is doing just some amazing shit down there. If you haven't checked that out, you go watch our video that we made last year on the channel. Matter of fact, if you're bored, don't have nothing to do, and get tired of what's on TV, go look at all of our videos down through there. Steph has put a lot of work into those, and it's just us riding. It's got some funny stuff in it. It's got some serious shit in it, but it's got a whole lot of riding.
Isn't that what life is about? Serious shit and some fun shit. And,
well, ain't that some shit? All right.
It's not all about shit.
Well,
right?
That's why we don't want to get into that one.
Yes. Okay, guys. Myrtle Beach, John, you asked. I'm not for sure about that, but I do believe I saw you say earlier they were going to be down in Daytona, and I think it was you that mentioned that about where we stay at in Daytona. So we have stayed at a couple different places in Daytona. Everything that we've stayed at has been amazing. I mean, we have stayed at the RV park there by the Speedway. We have stayed at, I think it's a Quality Inn there on the
strip at the end.
Oceanside, Beachside, whatever you want to call that. That's been great. We've stayed at another like Airbnb, a couple Airbnbs. Everything's been great. So we've never had anything that was just like.
So really quickly though, a lot of times, I'll be honest with you, because we're watching every penny, we stay with people. So wherever they at, or they may have a trailer that we can blow up an air mattress, we stay in that. Mustang Seats has put us up. KST Bars, KST Customs, which are our bars, they've put us up. Custom Dynamics has put us up. I mean, people.
And Daytona is so big as far as the rally is Ormond Beach. It's Daytona. It's
just so everywhere.
Yeah, you could stay like down by where they do the launches. And you still like have, see some action and be able to ride up for the day or whatever. What is that place called? Space Coast Harley-Davidson is down there.
Really, to be honest with you, we don't know where we're going to stay either. We usually, when it gets down to it, we start reaching out to people. We see where they're at, and I'm like, hey, we're going to be doing this over here. You got a couch or something we can stay on?
Yeah.
We really do. That's how we travel. We sleep on couches, floors.
Or we say, hey, if you guys have a place with an extra room, we'll rent that room.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. But a lot of times.
You guys could do also,
Yeah, that's, if you got a group of people, it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. And, yeah.
Is that it?
I think so.
All right. Well, that was easy.
All right, guys. So tomorrow we will be at Pig Trail Harley-Davidson for the watch party. You guys tune in to Harley-Davidson and watch their live stream and all the new bikes that Pig Trail's getting. I didn't know that they were getting a truck tomorrow, and there may be some new unseen motorcycles.
That's what I was saying about going live. If they let me, I'm going to go live
truck
and show that stuff off. I don't know what. So, real quick, too, don't forget our Pay It Forward. Go check that out as well that we were talking about earlier. All right, let's wrap it up. I'll do it because we're not very good at it. I want to thank every one of you guys for tuning in and chiming in. Until we see you next time.
Oh, really quickly, big shout out to Rainwater Holton Saxton, because they are here, of course, in Arkansas, and gonna have to say Custom Dynamics and Chromeworks and
who else?
Elements of the Old Soul.
Oh, okay, all right, I gotcha.
And Support 2 Up.
That's right, Baxter.
And Baxter Insurance.
Which that was cool having her on last week.
I know.
Holy
it was really
crap.
cool. If you guys
What a
didn't
fun.
catch last week's, we did have Joanna from Baxter Insurance on. And she's a
honored.
badass with insurance, especially motorcycle insurance. She's a motorcyclist specialist, licensed in 11 states. Full of knowledge, and it was really cool to be able to just pick her brain, but also in person we get to pick her brain too.
We're just surrounded ourselves with some amazing motorcycle enthusiasts, aren't we?
I know.
Isn't that the cool shit?
Yeah, we
All
surround
right.
ourselves with goodness.
I gotta pee. Guys, thanks for tuning in and chiming in, and like always, y'all stay ornery. I'm done.
Where's the screen? This way.
I don't know. I broke my screen.